Let's go. Looks like it's gonna be a steel jeeg time this time. It went through Jinmin, which, whoa, did not expect them to, but eh, that's one way to get your people. Well, not people. It's one way to get your audience. Yeah, I want to try and use the Alexander more. I really need to get the second SSR for that thing. Then again, I want to use Inaho more. Alright, so we're the build-based command. So in the end, they were able to save Sachan and the other victims. Seems my hunch about Akira being in danger was accurate. That Jinmin, he sounds downright diabolical. He's a demon. Naturally, he'd take advantage of the weakness in the human heart. In that case, since the Darien and Shigeru were able to save Jinmin's victims, would that make them something like servants of God? What's with that stink guy? Something about that upset you? No, not at all. Based on what we've seen so far from the Darien, I'd say he's more like Devilman than a servant of God. You mean because he's an Aphelion, one who brings about doom to intelligent life, that is not fighting on the side of humanity, right? Yeah. If more information pertaining to the Aphelions and Egiligo, as well as Liger and the Dragon Empire comes to light, Rio's research may prove fruitful. The gods and demons of other worlds. Apparently we're going back to the explanation stuff, so I'm cool with this. It explains the situation. This is actually how I used to play on Super Raw Wars back then. When I was playing through Neo and Double and L and D, I had to use the game FAQs translations. There's also a playthrough on this channel I think that I didn't finish of K that I should probably finish in the future that uses one of these translations. They're outside the Photon Power Labs, and Gus mentions he's hungry because, of course, he does. And, yeah. Apparently, Kento says he'll have a hard time when they get to their world, since food is so scarce. They apparently talk about how peaceful this world seems and how the country isn't struggling despite being under the threat of invasion. So, yeah. So apparently he's explaining about the Photon Power Labs because they're asking about it. He explains about photon power and how it could potentially be used to solve the world's energy problems. They're apparently speaking about about a nearby lake, and so Koji tells them it's a reservoir for sewage. And Shibaraku says the mountains in the distance are beautiful in this thing. So yeah. But yeah, he's saying the mountains are beautiful. Now June contacts them saying that the Underground Empire and the Companions are attacking all over the world. Alright, so at the Rakata, at present there are 4 locations under attack: New York, Washington, Paris, and Moscow. We received reports that New York is under attack by a force comprised of both mechanical beasts and ore battlers. Washington and Paris are under attack by just mechanical beasts, and the Chameleons are assaulting Moscow with their magma beasts. Each country's armed forces are retaliating, but the Japanese government has requested that the Divine Doors be mobilized. Understood. I know the Underground Empire's end goal is to take over the entire world, but it seems odd they wouldn't target Japan. Definitely, but it's only a matter of time before they do. I am of the same mind. Therefore, I would like for the Super Roa army to remain in Japan for the time being. Understood. Lieutenant Colonel Katsuragi, decide on the deployment of our units and battleships. We'll depart as soon as preparations are complete. Yes, sir. You could very easily call this a situation where the entire world is threatened, and yet we'd heard nothing from Haza. Makes it seem like something's going on. Regardless, this may be our final battle against the Underground Empire. I want every one of you ready for this. So apparently So apparently Himiko's cronies are informing her that most of the Divine Doors have left Japan, but Steel G stayed behind. And Himiko seeks to take advantage of this opportunity to take his bronze bell. She uses her crystal ball to see a magnetic storm near Izo. Apparently she then uses her magic to create she does a chance to create a rock She uses a conduit for her magic and gives it to him, saying it'll be the key to defeating Steel Jeeg. Now to break through the Photon Power Lab. Apparently, Kira, Koji, Tetsuya, and several of the world's 6 cast talking. Akira's mentioning the Hyoma's group didn't stay in Japan, and Tetsuya confirms since the Combellian Spirit in Moscow, he headed there with Kento and Danji. Koji realizes that the Underground Empire had been silent for so long is because... Hold on, everybody. Anyway, so apparently they're... So Voltus went to... Not Voltus. Combattler went to Moscow, and now apparently the Underground Empire has been so silent for so long because they're planning for this. Like, here's wondering why they launched their attack now when they were here instead of waiting for them to leave, which would have been easier. Apparently, Tetsuya thinks that Dr. Hell Lady planning to use the opportunity to sell things with the Divine Doors for good, which apparently is perfectly fine by Koji. So yeah. And then apparently Professor Yugi is telling them that the Yamada no Orochis appeared at Rikubetsu and Hokkaido, and the Hiroshi Miwa have already departed from the build base. Apparently he wants some of them to go and assist. So he decided to send the Grand Zor and Mutaru cast, leaving the Messengers, Devilman, and Liger behind. So now we just gotta wait and see. Oh boy, we get all these guys. Anybody else? Nah. This reminds me of the Part 6 world where it was just us using Part World 6's characters. I miss World 5. The Aurora that Invites Death, Episode 9. I'd like to know just what the Genocide Kingdom is doing here in these mountains. Look at the sky, it's an aurora. There's an aurora up there. An aurora? Aren't those supposed to be at the North and South Poles? And the color's weird too. Considering our high altitude, an aurora from the south could appear red, due to the influence from a magnetic storm. It's an exceedingly rare occurrence. Steel Jeeg combines using magnetic force, right? He's gonna be okay in a magnetic storm? Don't worry, everything's fine. Steel Jeeg, you had no idea that this would be your graveyard. Now have a taste of Lady Himika's sorcery. Huh? The fog got really thick all of a sudden. Be on guard, Wataru. Huh? What's going on? The meters are... What's on, Michi? What the... Ah! Hey, he just... Steel G fell apart. What's going on, Michi? The magnetic wave energy is being absorbed. What? Michi, shoot out more Jeeg parts. Even if I do, it's impossible to build up now. Now, you see the great power of Lady Himika? Thanks to the magnetic storm and the magnetic monopoly fog, Steel Jeeg's power is gone, just like his arms and legs. Now, today is the day you die. There are more of them. Sir, Steel Jeeg, you must escape. I can't. I can't even turn back into a cyborg. Hehehe, I'll be taking your bronze bell. Guys, we gotta protect Steel Jeeg. Sure, this is only getting worse and worse. Offense is the best defense. At the very least, try to reduce the enemy's numbers. So we just gotta reduce their numbers. That should be easy. I really should use Aqua Beat more. I got his SSR and everything. Heck, for instance, I even got Grand Zort's SSR. That reminds me, I pulled Wataru's SSR on the random daily once. Ugh, it's just a slaughterfest for now. By now it should have ended. Well, it'll probably end next turn. Ah, dang it. Come on, Aqua Beat. I'm surprised. I guess we gotta kill everything for real then. No. Dang, there's just too many of them. We can't protect anything like this. It's the fog that's keeping Steel Jeeg from fighting, right? Can we do something about it? Leave it to me. Windzard is the Mado King of Wind, so I should be able to blow the fog away. Mado power! Hurricane Crusher! It didn't work. Fools. You had no hope of dispelling Lady Himiko's magic. What the heck are we supposed to do? Daichi, you must fear the flow of evil energy with your Mado power. The flow of evil energy? Hang on. Mado power is harmony with nature. To hear the pulse of the ground, see the melody of the wind, speak to the flow of water. If we can sense nature, we might be able to find out where the evil energy is coming from. Gus, Ravi, feel the nature, feel this world. Then we might be able to figure something out. What do you mean, feel the nature? I see, just like before. I don't know how I can, but I'm gonna try. Wind. Please tell me what to do. You too, Ravi. Fine. I'll give it a shot. Water. Wait, fog is basically water, right? So the flow of the fog. Hear the pulse of the ground. That's it. I got it. Over there. The fog's clearing up over there. I can feel something evil on the ground. Now you see it, smash it up. Toma, Kisa, Ramoon, Mado Power Energy Bolts! What? Impossible, how did they know where I buried the conduit? Now I should be able to blow this fog away. Mado Power, Hurricane Crusher! Yeah. Hmm. The fog dispersed. It can't be. Everyone, attack Yamata no Orochi. I'll use that chance to send out the jeeg parts to Hiroshi. Leave it to us. Let's do it. Ah! Now, jeeg parts shoots! Build up! Steel jeeg! How dare you break Lady Himiko's spell? We've ruined your little plan. Now it's time for our counterattack. Dang it. Dang it! You gotta respect the fact that Steel Jeeg and the Mado enemies and the Mado mechs and stuff are of a similar size. Oh snap, time for Phantom Ray. Much as I'd like to use Hollow Bolt Gravity, it wouldn't, well, I guess we can use it. Can you do the enemies real quick? then we'll be done with this stage, luckily. But yeah, you ever notice, Jamatai, technically Steel G's enemies are all S size. Same thing with Grand Zords, so it would be an interesting interaction. Because technically they're the same size. It's not like where Devilman can apparently kill Jamatai beasts or anything despite being human sized. What are the commands for this one again? Oh, we're good. Not that game. I can't wait until Alui gets his pincer attack for the Kyrios. Ugh, I'll remember this, Steel Jeeg. I dare say that brings matters to a close. Daichi, Gus, Rabi, you three really saved me back there. Thank you. This was all thanks to Daichi's advice, really. I thought of it because of what Commander Shima taught us about the other day. Well, I pretty much had it figured out myself. It's because of the words Mr. Imac taught me that I could help my friends. Thank you, Mr. Imac. Yeah. Alright. So at the build base command room. I see. Then it will appear that the Jamatai Kingdom have realized where the bronze bell is located. That must be why they, instead of attempting to destroy Steel Jeeg, they lured you to that location and attempted to disassemble and capture you. It would have been all over if it weren't for Daichi and the others being there with me. Indeed. I must say a word of thanks to you children as well. Ah, shucks, you're embarrassing me. But father, what do we do if they attempt something like that a second time? I'll devise a countermeasure within due time. But if we assume they can only attempt this due to the solar activity and utilizing the Earth's pulse as a medium, then this is not a tactic that they can enact often. But more than anything, becoming stronger yourself would be the best defense against any attack. I figured you'd say that. We're going back to the Photon Power Lab now. The situation is still unstable. Do whatever you can to obstruct the Underground Empire and the Campbellian operations. Right, we'll take care of it. We're all going to work together to keep our world safe. The New York mountainside. Our armed forces are still currently combating the Mechanical Beast Army from the Underground Empire that attacked New York and Washington. A government announcement has stated that the fighting won't affect most people, but our news reports state that the army has suffered considerable damage. What the hell is our military doing? If this keeps up, the fighting's gonna spread to Boston. That's where my mom lives. Aw, Todd's a mama's boy. But because this is a gacha game, and not an actual Super Robot where it's like a traditional, gacha's not joining, not gacha, Todd's not joining. We're gonna kill Todd, probably. Or if Todd joins, he's probably gonna get like an SR or something. Oh boy, Aura Battlers. An entire army of them. Episode 10. It's episode 10 already. Dang. Crossing Aura Battlers. The American army isn't very impressive. Sorry, the American army isn't very impressive. They can't do a thing to stop us. Our rising aura power is a big reason for that, but the present day weapons they're using are their main problem. Anyways, how should we have our fun until Sho and his friends get here? I've got a reading. You guys are really trying to show off, huh? Hey there, Todd. Thinking about coming over to our side? We are old friends after all, so I can put in a good word for you. Pretty sure I've told you how I feel about that, Alan. I got no plans to work for a bunch of monsters I don't know the first thing about. I see. Then that means you come here to kill us. That's a poor decision, Todd. Yeah. Well, maybe you should try being a little more patriotic. Alright, we're going on to the next part. Rock Islands Bridge. Our ship will soon be over Pennsylvania. The U.S. forces are currently focusing on evacuating civilians from New York and Washington. Has the fighting spread out from there? No, not for the past 5 hours. They could definitely be attacking other cities if they wanted to. Looks like we were on the money. They're not trying to take down the American forces, they're trying to distract us. That would mean the Underground Empire's real target is Japan, right? We can't say for sure, but either way, losing Washington and New York would be a heavy blow for this world. Incoming from Langley. A battle between ore battlers has started in New York. Are they fighting each other? Lieutenant Colonel Katsuragi sent Bilbine, Turbine, and some of our other high mobility machines to New York ahead of us. Yes, sir. Oh boy. Our ore battler boys. Tuh. You lasted a lot longer than I thought you would, Todd. This has been a fun way to kill some time. We can't afford to play through anymore. Our real targets are here now. What? It's Todd's ore battler. What's going on, Todd? So that's what this was about. Todd! If you guys are here, then there's no sense in me sticking around. See you later. Sho, it's your turn to look after this place. Look after? What's with that guy? He might have been... He took your sweet time getting here, Sho. I can't believe this is what you use your power for. If the Underground Empire takes over the world, we'll be pretty well off. Much more than we were in Bison Well, that's for sure. If it all goes according to plan, we could very well end up owning our home countries. And that's the reason for putting your own country to the torch? Heh, not everyone loves their country, you know. Now it's time for the real show to begin. If you guys attacked New York just to lure us out, now it's even more unforgivable. Too bad for you, but the world isn't kind to you hero types. What do people who only care about their own self-interest know? What kind of human being doesn't want for something? We're not crazy enough to think we can protect the whole world, like you idiots. I've already seen what happens to people like you. Let me tell you, it doesn't end pretty. Well, I suppose I'll deal with that when it happens. Now won't I? It'll be too late by then, and we sure as hell aren't just going to let you run wild in the meantime. Ah, Servine. I'll never forget, in UX, I would always team up Bilbine and the Nanojin. They're so good together. What was the objective again? Just reduce them to 70. Or kill 6 enemies. Dear God, these guys are fast though. What else was I supposed to do? Okay, nothing else. They can't even hit our ore battlers anyways. Which makes sense, mechanical beasts hit hard, but they can barely ever hit anything. I guess because they're too slow. Now we'll take care of these guys real quick. All we gotta do is destroy 6 of them anyways. It will be convenient company for a while to come. We've got more readings. Some more mechanical beasts. I guess this was only a small portion of their battle strength here. Yeah, all three. You did come all the way to America, so you should really take your time and enjoy yourselves. Because what the hell are these diversions installing you even for? Let's say it's all in preparation for the finale. Sounds like Dr. Hell really does plan for this to be the final battle. In that case, we can't waste any more time here. I like on how the Alexander's as fast as an aura battler. We'll let them real quick slaughter them. Come on, stop aiming for my aura battlers. Or if y'all do, I'm just gonna hollow gravity them anyways. Ouch. Why didn't they attack? Hey, they're not even attacking. Yeah, nah, no luck. I'm gonna phantom ray this one to death over there. I'm murdering you. Phantom ray is such a cool attack. Hmm. I do look forward. I do hope you look forward to Dr. Hell's grand finale. They still don't attack though. I'd say we've done enough. Time to pull out. I've done my part. I wonder if this will be the last time we ever meet, Sho. Probably won't be. They was true. We need to get back to the Rock Highland now. If they was telling the truth, then the real battle was about to begin. Yeah. Hey Sho, do you think Tai was buying time so we can get here? No, I doubt that. Like I said, it was our turn to look after this place. That means he wanted us to protect this city, right? Of that I'm sure. That's why Tai was fighting Alan and the others. I guess he's a good guy after all. He was willing to fight them all on his own for that, right? Don't even kid yourself. Tai's caused a lot of troubles for us before, right, Sho? Hmm? Hey, did you even hear anything I said just now? Yeah. Tai, you never gave up on you never gave up on Upper Earth, did you? Alright, so apparently your battlers and mechanical beasts in the Underground Empire that were attacking New York have retreated, thanks in part to the efforts from Japan's super robot army. Given how strong they are, they should be able to handle whatever comes next. At least the Underground Empire's invasion of America is over. Boston should be safe now. One of these days, Mom, I'll come see you again. No, you won't. Well, then again, he's alive right now, so you never know. Ah well. Well, thank you all for watching. Until the next part, goodbye.